Hey there, sports fans. Ribbo here for Caravel Gaming. It's been 4 days since I last recorded a video. Still have a horrible cough. But what are you going to do about it? So, you know, apologies if I end up muting the mic and forgetting about it. Seems to be becoming a bit of a habit there. Anywho, let's play some Arena. Let's see what the maps is. So we have Warlock, Hunter, and Warrior. Again, probably three pretty weak picks there. Not sure I particularly want any of them. You certainly you don't see a whole lot of Warrior in the Arena. You know, once you get a few wins. Well, we have the potential just to get maybe a ridiculous deck, and we've played Hunter a few times recently, so we'll go with Warlock.
The shadow.
Might not end up doing great, but we might get something we can do. So we have Hobgoblin, which is pretty poor. Molten Giant. Well, you know, you're playing Warlock. And Anima Golem, which, if you've got a little stealthy imp, might not be that bad. I've got a feeling it's going to be the one we're going to have to take here. We'll see how it works. We'll see whether we get anything going there. So obviously the choices here are Guy, Shadow Bolt, or Drain Life. Obviously the Shadow Bolt better than Drain Life, being able to like do something for damage for the same mana makes a lot of sense there. Swamp Oozes are always good to take, especially when it's, you know, generic Schmo and another Drain Life on the side, so, you know, happy enough with that one. Likewise, Fairy Dragon, I think, fairly top picks. Really annoy mages, especially when they've got their Frostbolt in hand turn 2. Oh, I keep this Frostbolt for whatever he plays turn 2, and you're like, yeah, Fairy Dragon, and they're like, yeah, ping you for 1 with my hero ability, go. So yeah, we'll stick with the Fairy Dragon there. That seems pretty cool. How many Drain Lives? I think this is like my 4th. Yeah. Abusive Sergeant or Power Overwhelming. Mute button hit there for a cough. Abusive Sergeant can be pretty weak, so maybe we just pick up the Power Overwhelming. We might get lucky. Pick up something with combos with it okay there. Floating Watcher, I don't actually mind. I think it's reasonable. It's also a demon, which helps it out a little bit. So, you know, we're gonna pick it up at this time and see whether we can do anything good with it. Succubus has always been a bad card, is still a bad card. So it leaves us with the choice of the South Sea Deckhand or the Anoyotron. The Anoyotron is annoying. And, you know, this is just a 2-1 for 1, so I guess it's the best of a worst bunch of cards there. Likewise, Deathlord can backfire horribly. Imp Master seems pretty cool, makes imps. What's not to love about that? And Sunfury Protector, again, another generic Schmo. Doesn't do a whole lot. Sometimes I don't mind the Deathlord. Well, I'm going to pick the Imp Master there. So we're just getting bad cards here. This is what Warlock does. Just gets bad cards. Hopefully we'll start getting a few better picks at some point. Egg's an interesting one here. Nothing to buff it at all. Well, we've got the Power Overwhelming. Yeah, that works. Abomination is okay. I've got a feeling it kills a lot of my little guys as well. I'll be making imps and stuff like that. Light Warden's quite bad, so I reckon we'll get enough buff cards to be able to justify the egg at this time. But this is just so weak sauce. It's like, what's going on here? We're just getting offered terrible card after terrible card. I think we can say this might be my first like Norton 3 here. These are just appalling choices. This is so depressing. I've kind of lost the will to talk about this anymore at this point. Shield Bearer, Gnomeregan Infantry, and Succubus. Sums up this draft incredibly well. I'm actually thinking about taking the Shield Bearer just so I can lob it down and life tap at some point. Which is depressing, to be perfectly honest. Yeah, I'm just going to take the Shield Bearer there. This is one of the worst drafts I've ever seen in my entire life. I just have no idea how I'm going to get any wins with this deck. My will to live has gone at this point. So I guess another floating watcher. I guess another floating watcher, maybe. We could go with Priestess of Elune, you know, just for that all-powerful 4 health. Yeah, let's go with another floating watcher. They can get ridiculously big from time to time. So this one's interesting, actually. The second Swampoos or another Dark Bomb. I mean, we do have a bunch of guys, so I guess we go with the Dark Bomb there. I guess we go with yet another Dark Bomb. And, yeah, second Argent Commander. This is pathetic. Well, we have to take the Cult Master here, given all of these tiny guys. The Void Caller's really nice, but it's got to be the Cult Master there. And big old Draconid Crusher. So my mana is basically 2 and then 6. Quite possibly one of the most depressing drafts I've ever done. The fact that I stopped talking about this does sum it up perfectly. Let's go with the Blood Knight. Round this one off, since I've got, you know, look at this Nerubian Egg, just doing absolutely nothing there. I'm probably going to have to, like, implosion my own egg. Just to make a 4-4 and a bunch of 1-1s. I think if I get to 3 wins, I'd be extremely happy here. So not only was I forced a weak class on me, it then proceeded to give me absolutely nothing at all to pick. We can't really life tap that much here either against Hunter. Because obviously he's going to be shooting us for 2 and we're going to be shooting ourselves for 2. Well, we might as well come out of the blocks flying. We got a couple of Dark Bombs to keep some of his early cards back. And the Implosion as well, so we can certainly kill a fair few things to start with. Now this has really got to be a 2-drop, right? Oh no, of course it's 6 years. All these 2-drops in my deck. And I get a little spider. Joy of joys. So I've got a feeling this game's like already over at this point. Certainly can't really afford to life tap anymore. But then again, maybe we'll win it because we'll have an opponent who never actually gets around to playing any cards. Do we really want to?
Morning.
But we got a lot of potential guys coming out. So let's see if he makes an explosive trap. That actually works for me, thanks.
You shall not pass.
So we've got a fair amount of explosive damage here.
Ready, sir.
So we could like run them in, lob off the implosion. I mean, I'm trying to think.
So many possibilities.
It does it for 4. That puts me back up to 7. Or we could just play it safe for a
Dark in. Glory to the Sindora.
And just try and beat him up really at this point. With all of our guys.
Bring out your dead.
Well, that was nice.
To Northrend!
I guess we throw a couple of little imps in it with this guy again.
Victory!
Yeah, that not being an explosive trap was quite nice. And this guy's just holding back his weapon the whole time. Well, I'm not convinced that was a great idea. 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 13, 14, 15, 16. How lucky!
For Lorthamar! Dark in. Victory!
Our winner is me. One win. This isn't going far. It really isn't. But I'll take every win that's offered to me. If I get to 5, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be over the moon. It'll be One of the greatest achievements ever seen in Hearthstone, getting to 5 wins with this deck.
Gul'dan versus
I'm definitely going to
Anduin.
struggle here. If he makes one big guy
light
that I just
shall
can't
bring
kill,
victory.
like, yep, you win.
Soul shall be mine.
So I'm going to keep the Blood Knight. I want to have at least like something slightly playable. So again, like a couple of pretty poor cards in the early game there. Yeah, in fact, 4 poor cards in the early game. It's like, yep, that's no good, that's no good, that's no good, and this is like mildly playable. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Glory to the Sindora.
Thanks. I'll have a 6/6 turn 2. He's like, what the hell, man? What just happened? Yeah, 6/6 happened. And at this point, he's probably like picked up a shield bearer and something else equally terrible, and he's going, "Is this some kind of joke?"
For Lorthamar.
He's like, "This guy's deck is terrible." Yep, yep. Enjoy your 2 really bad cards.
Magic detected.
For Lorthamar.
Well, if he's got a Holy Nova, he's definitely going to play it at this point.
Your magic shall not save me.
So sneaky!
In the light's name.
Oh, whoop whoop! How lucky!
Join or die.
For Lorthamar.
Saucy! I have cards and better board position.
Embrace the void.
Death again.
So what do we feel like? Throwing a big guy out there? Take his guy out with a dart bomb and play something ourselves? Or just go, yeah, Shadow Bolt?
So
Dart
many
bombing.
possibilities.
Indeed, there are many possibilities. Not sure any of them's particularly good, but
For Lorthamar.
I think that's fine, like putting a big 6/6 down, because he needs something else to still kill it. And it kind of makes him want to throw away his guy now, because he can't gain any life. I think we pretty much go to face here.
Your magic shall not save me.
That was a good choice in the end then, silencing that guy. And that also seemed a fine play, really. Let's go ahead and start, you know, throwing out these floating watchers.
I see everything. Yes!
Die, mage.
From the junkie.
And same again, really.
I see everything.
Yes.
May my ancestors watch over. I'm ready. I'm not ready.
I am not a morning person.
Quite good, quite good. How lucky do we feel with implosion? You think we can get 3 on the implosion? Tis taking a risk going for that one. But I like the Argent Commander into the 4/4 there.
Victory!
And since he couldn't kill the Floating Watcher last turn, I'm just going to carry on feeding it. Might have got my Spellbreaker, that would be sad. Another Holy Spell. He gets the Annoyotron in the end. And he didn't bother attacking, that was nice of him. I approve of not attacking. Me with double Annoyotron to his single Annoyotron. Yeah, I knew it was going to be the 1/1. We all knew it was going to be the 1/1. Right, what else is it going to do there? You all enjoying the birds outside making a really big racket? Look at this though, he's still at 30 life, he's doing so well. Me with my 5 cards in hand, 4 guys on the board and at 19 life. He's like, fancying my chances here. He must have been really annoyed going Mind Vision and getting a Noyotron. It's like, it's even annoying to your opponents. Oh boy. Do you got a Shadow Madness as his other card?
I hear you got a problem.
Annoyotron number 2. card's obviously no good to him, given he didn't play it last turn. He's definitely not going to play it this turn. Two Annoyatrons and a Shield Bearer. Like, Craig must be thinking, what the hell is this then?
You shall
And
not
I'm like, yeah, this is pretty bad. There's no need to life tap here. No reason to give him even the slightest chance of getting back into this game. You go, girl. You enjoy that mind control.
You have been.
So bad! So bad! I've made it to 2 wins of my projected target of 3 wins. And if any of you say this deck isn't truly terrible, you're getting banned from the channel, because this is awful. I'm going to get to 7 wins, aren't I? I'm going to be like, this deck's still terrible. I've no idea how I got to 7 wins.
Versus Uther.
I will fight with honor. Your soul shall be mine.
But I've got a feeling losses are coming now. Now we're against Uther. I mean, we can also make like 1,000,000 1/1s with our imps and spiders and stuff like that. I wonder if you guys really can hear all those birds outside. Also, that's actually a really nice draw, because there's a lot of annoying things Uther can run out in the early game that have like bubbles on and things. So that's pretty cool. So the Annoyotron or the Haunted Keeper. This is pretty much always going to be Avenge, like it's the only real secret that's even remotely playable. So he's just going to go with I can churn out 1,000,000 guys.
Morning person.
Well played. May my ancestors watch.
Let's start the dark bombings. Or just go with the Implosion, I guess. That would run into his
Well played.
concentrators if he has one, but it seems better than wasting a dark bomb there. The thing is, Implosion's a bit random. So, you know, sometimes it does nice things, sometimes it doesn't.
Reporting for duty. Reporting for duty.
I
Reporting for
might
duty.
attack before doing that, possibly. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I would have attacked before. Yeah. Maybe
I am
another
sorry.
charge on the weapon. Like, that seems fine.
Let the dark in.
Well, I've got the power overwhelming, and if he consecrates, I get a 4/4 anyway.
Some still
Seems okay.
Let the dark in.
Thank you.
dot bomb, life tap, dot bomb, life tap.
To Northrend!
And he finally started getting defensive.
I see everything.
Well played.
Squelch. No more of that. It's like, you're not the only one with Argent Commanders, I too can have them.
For a little while, I got a big punch.
Reporting for duty.
I hear you got a problem.
Let's smash him in the face for 7. If you're really lucky, he plays some bubbles.
Reporting
And I
for
go
duty.
like Argent Commander, Blood Knight.
To Northrend!
Problem solved.
So let's put him on lethal with either of my minions at this point. Oh, I feel sorry for him. Desperately holding on for dear life.
Pay attention, class.
Glory to the Sinjora!
He's doing well though, his little micro machine. Give him credit.
I am ready to live.
And
Reporting
he has a
for
pretty
duty.
good deck as well. I'm kind of amused at my, like, terrible cards doing so well against him. Can't really play this golem. Ho ho ho!
For Blackwing!
Your magic shall not save you.
Again, just, you know, get really lucky. Continue to make huge guys. And hope he doesn't have a taunt. Or enough to hit me. He's got to do like 5 damage to me.
Let me think.
I mean, this is pretty much the only way I can play this deck. Yay, we made it!
Reporting for duty.
That was unexpected, to say the least. 3-0, what's going on? Scraping by here. You hit me with his double muster for battle, which are both rares, it's like, and the sword of justice, and all the ridiculous things. No consecrate though. That would have been the killer. That would have been the coup de grace. I mean, just going, lots of little guys, tiny little guys, and then big guy.
Uther!
Wow.
I will fight
Another
with
pally.
honor.
Your soul shall be mine!
And we're going second. There's not really any reason for keeping the egg, but, you know, it's, like, stops him consecrating, doesn't it? So, I mean, I might as well draw the egg now, rather than later. And put it out turn 1, rather than the Annoyotron. If I put the Annoyotron out turn 1, he just makes a 1/1, dude.
Drag
Like,
no
knock the shield off there.
stupid!
Well, you briefly made it to 3-3 before I killed you, so let's not do anything about that one.
I hope you like my invention.
Okay, so an exciting 1/1 from him. Do I really want to go with the Annoyotron here? I think I just tap at this point. Try and actually draw something mildly playable. End up implosioning my own guy to make a 4/4. And then throw a Cult Master out. Spider Tank's pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, of course. Of course. Even 3 would have been amazing. Would have really helped me out there getting 3, because then he gets to like beat 1 up with that, and the other 2 hopefully still get to gangbang the Spider Tank at the end at some point. Hey look, it's another Pally with another muster for battle.
On my watch. Your magic shall not save me.
Yep, this is the poor stuff right here. Sitting here going, eh, pretty much done the worst bunch of cards possible. He really should just go for my face with all of his guys at this point.
Let me think.
It's like, just hit me for 9, put me to 15, make a big guy, and you pretty much won. I should really just concede, just save him the time. That was a great
Reporting for duty.
because he's still setting himself up for Shadow Flame, even though I don't have a Shadow Flame. You know, or a Hellfire. Like, oh yeah, and now I draw the Blood Knight. Like, thanks for that. Annoyotron's actually looking like the best play.
Clobbering time!
But as long as he carries on killing my guys, you know, I'll be extremely happy here on 18 life. I should really be on 12 at this point.
You call that a
He's finally realised that he should be attacking me. You know, it took him a while, but he's got there eventually.
Glory to the Sinjora.
So, I'm dead here. You know, he just attacks with the Worgen, and then hits me for 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And he's... Yep. My deck's pretty poor. Implosion obviously didn't help being for 2, but I don't think that mattered in the end. You know, Muster for Battle's such a good card against my deck.
Gul'dan versus Gul'dan.
Your soul shall be mine. Your soul shall suffer.
I guess I'm coming out aggressive with my Annoyotron and Haunted Creeper. Not quite sure how successful it'll be. Ooh, but we have a turn 3 Blood Knight. Turn that Annoyotron into a 6/6 if he doesn't make a guy. Yeah. You go, Annoyotron.
Let the pain speak to me.
I could dart bomb it, but
Glory to the Sindora.
let's just go with making a huge guy and trying to beat him up. That seems way more effective.
From the void I come.
Your magic shall not save me. For Lorthamar!
So, yep, we're going to carry on down the route of making big guys. I think obviously silencing the voice was the correct play there. He has 9 cards in hand, and I have like 2 more Dark Bombs, and this 9/9 monstrosity, and this thing that he's going to have to deal with as well. Yeah, he should have maybe killed that first, right? Oh dear. 9, 8, 7. Yeah, that puts him to 1.
For Lorthamar!
Job done. My hand is too full.
It appears you have too many cards. I'm not sure why he was
Does
life
not
tapping
scare
last
me.
game with him, to be honest.
Stop yelling!
Well, good game. We got there. Which was nice.
For Lorthamar!
Yeah, shield bearer, baby. Shield bearer comes out from the Death Lord and the other guy's like, woo! I sure dodged a bullet there. Ah, take a couple of dart bombs to the face. Don't be so greedy with those life taps next time. He can't count to 10, you know? He had like 9 cards in his hand and he life tapped to 10 and then burns a card the following turn. So that's just like paying 2 life for no reason. He was so focused on drawing cards, he never actually did anything with any of them. And I went, well, I'll just make some big guys and beat you up.
Gul'dan versus Uther.
So that last guy was
will
probably a
fight
Magic the
with
Gathering
honor.
player. You know,
Your
one of those
soul
like,
shall be mine.
card advantage is everything. I'm going to get rid of Cult Master because we're going second. It's quite unlikely that we'll actually be in a position where we can
I
use
can
it.
fix anything.
extremely happy with that.
Reporting for duty.
Gee, you reckon that could be an avenge? Oh, that was lucky. That was very, very lucky. Like, I'm sorry. How lucky! Gets back in the game. Has some guys to show for it.
Magic detected.
Sustenance.
So, make guys, beat up his guys, make more guys.
For the Lich King!
And this salty dog going, come on. So we can't Dark Bomb or Shadow Bolt that guy, but we can make a salty dog.
Me smash you.
Get back, you scary dogs!
It's bigger than his guy.
For the Lich King!
Could just like hit you for 12 really at this point.
Sustenance.
Let's get salty!
Well, let's do that instead. Let's just carry on making huge guys and beating him up. My terrible deck marches on.
I'm flying!
Oh, here he goes. I'm sorry. I didn't deserve this. Yay! My bad card. This is so embarrassing. Oh, getting 5 and 1 with this deck. This is such a poor deck. Everyone's going to go, this deck's amazing. What are you talking about? He's like, yeah, because I mean, I got like my 1 Nerubian egg with my 1 power overwhelming against like 3 opponents. And that's why I'm still in this game. Yeah, and like when I got my egg and no power overwhelming, I just went, meh, and died a horrible death.
For Doomhammer.
Against my
Your
pally.
soul shall be mine.
Swampoos, obviously. Absolutely going to keep that against Shammy. Appear to have some Dark Bombs. I feel a tap coming on, unless I draw something in the next 2 turns, because I don't want to play the Ooze naked on turn 2. Shammy's just going to make one of his many weapons, and I'm going to be sad. I was really hoping for a Noyotron off the top there. You can't have everything after the amount of luck I've got so far. So yeah, you know, that's fine. Let him trade his gnome for my 3-2. That's cool. I mean, we could just lob a Spellbreaker out there, I guess.
Your magic shall not save.
It's a guy. I didn't really want to make the Haunted Creeper and then make a Dark Bomb, because he could just make Healing Totem and then, you know, I have to buy yet again.
Die, mage.
He's got a solid bunch of guys in his deck, so this looks pretty rough.
What we do.
Interesting, to be honest. But more than likely, good enough. Probably just tap here, to be honest. I mean, that's, yeah, I was about to say that's the only way I've got out of this, right? Unfortunately, the implosion happens before this thing blows up, so there's no real way of avoiding this. So I guess we just do it now and hope for a 4. And that way, I get to throw the other guy into his Azor Drake and then still have it. Not really surprising that I'm losing a few units I get to not a big surprise. Like, my deck truly is terrible. But 5 and 2. Didn't think I'd get here. Actually quite happy with what I've managed. With, quite frankly, one of the weakest decks possible. Double Anoyotron, Shield Master, Nerubian Egg with one way to actually kill it in my entire deck. You know, apart from like lobbing my own Dark Bomb at it, which didn't feel that great either. Ooh. Slightly playable starts. Not so slightly playable late game at this point, though. Ciao!
Is someone injured?
Oh, please give me a Blood Knight off the top of the deck there. It's like, nope. Well, I have 2 silences in my deck that I kind of really need.
I don't have enough mana.
Like tapping to get to my silence so that I'm still in the game. Yay! Still in the game.
Your magic shall not save you.
Job done. There is a chance. Because I'm still at 18, which is like a
Squire,
fair little
attend
chunk of
me.
life there.
Ready, sir.
Double Dark Bomb on the 1-2. Like, seems quite weak.
Die, mage.
I am not a morning person.
Oh, my poor little sad egg, all alone, being depressed, going, where's your power overwhelming?
The light protects me.
We've got like a holy nova that you can't use. Yep, and that's game. I too have Anoyotrons.
Die, mage.
So things are looking pretty poor for my terrible cards.
Embrace the void.
Yep, now there's a job. We'll give you this. Not really a big surprise that I end up using a modestly playable deck with it. I mean, look how bad those cards are. There's some awful cards in there. So happy to make it to 5 wins. Hopefully next time we won't have such terrible cards as this one. And maybe get to pick a better class as well. So let me know if you think that was the worst 3 classes. Maybe Hunters, maybe around sort of 5.
Rare. Cool.
Yeah, of course another Anoyotron. You know, you might as well open an Anoyotron after being forced to play a deck with 2 Anoyotrons in. But we got a golden Soot Spewer. Anyway guys, thanks for checking the video out. Feel free to join us over at Facebook and everything else that we do. You know, links right below here. And, you know, thanks for your support. Click like, it really helps, actually, you know. Get those views out, and we'll see you next time. Ta-da.